Hello, Danger Noodles. We're waiting on our friend, so until then, you get to hear us talk. And then just silence. Yeah. Oh yeah, the next channel, Jerry, that we're doing on Thursday. You're gonna be pissed, and I'm also gonna be pissed at the channel. Because one of your favorites is the first one, which is 087. The first episode is 087.
Well, what are they doing to it?
Who knows? And what? And the one that they're gonna piss me off with is 015, which is one of my favorites. The Pipe Nightmare.
Aliens.
Oh, you're back?
Yes.
Alright.
Actually, no. I'm speaking to you from my bathroom.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Alright. Now, I hope everyone is ready to see the surprise. Alright. Releasing the surprise in 3.
Releasing the surprise, okay.
Yeah, on stream, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
In 3, 2, 1. Look who's in the corner.
It's Daryl.
It's Daryl.
He's so tiny.
And
He's
also,
actually quite adorable.
Also, here's what I watch what I can do with him. And he also sleeps.
Yes. Yes. Make Daryl dance for us.
Here's also another thing: when you give gifted subs or other kind of monetary things, they'll actually make a little animation that goes to Daryl. So you're giving Daryl money.
Oh my
Only
god.
the real content is here. Move over, Bright. We give Daryl money.
Exactly.
Very good. And then Daryl will give all of that money to me.
Okay, then I'm a kaiju. Is it working? Uh-oh. It might not be working.
You say donate bits or new subbing?
It should be like gifts. Oh, resubs. Oh, that's a resub. Yeah, I think it's just subs and gift subs and bits. I thought you actually gave a sub. Damn, Bookworm's been sub for a long time, 36 months. Okay, then I'm a kaiju. There it goes.
It's just slowly falling down toward him.
Yeah. And also, thank you, Bookworm. Alright. Everyone ready for the first group of interest?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I am gonna say this for stream right now. I might not read as much, mainly because I am still dealing with the flu, because someone at work last night came with
That's okay.
came the flu and gave it to me, so yeah. Alright. Depending on how long the... Okay, this isn't that long. I can probably read this. Alright. Alright. So, the first one of the group of interest of tonight is the Commission of Unusual Cargo. Well, if I can't do anal probing, I can do vaginal probing. Yeah, you can see bits come out from behind Daryl. You do the bits thing.
Look, be careful. If you give too many bits, you might wake Daryl up. Daryl might be grumpy if you wake him up. Oh no. Daryl has arisen.
Yeah. I can also toggle it I'll do it for games, but like he will basically move, like walk around.
Oh.
Weird.
Yeah. But anyways, the Commission of Unusual Cargo. One of a number of persecutors, procures, fuck.
Precursors.
Precursors.
How did you? I you you start by saying persecutors, then what was the second one? Prosecutors?
You know what? It's okay to make those mistakes because it was established by the East India Company in 1623.
Yeah, that's fine. This is, yeah. Says today, yeah, for the purpose of containing and protecting its more peculiar cargo, it existed in this form until 1649, the year in which the group disappeared along with all its assets, in response and demand from the East India Company, which I believe was a really fucked up company, that was that
Yes.
they, yeah, that they utilized
It was like
huh?
it
The
was a
East India
core.
Company was one of the companies that dealt with slave labor
Yeah,
I
it
and
was
selling people, kidnapping people to sell as slaves.
one of the um it was one of the core companies at the forefront of a lot of early colonialism.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I knew they did some really fucked up shit. I just couldn't remember what it was. Okay, good.
Here at the East India Company, we trade in spices and people.
God. That they utilized the unusual cargo they had stockpiled to gain a military advantage against several large bands of privateers. Subsequently operating in secret, the Commission continued to collect objects and entities until its merger with the Foundation in 1917. Sorry. A number of these anomalous items were transferred into the Foundation's possession, along with cargo manifests describing the properties of and procedures for the safe storage of this cargo. This vast record of anomalous history is still being reviewed and digested by Foundation archivists.
Digitized.
Oh, digitized. Got it. For
Digested.
They're not eating the records.
For as long as it was active, the commission was headed by a merchant officer, the Right Honorable. How the fuck you say his first name?
Nathaniel.
Oh. Nathaniel Trowler. It is unclear if this was a single, anomalously long lived individual, or a series of multiple people using the same name. As the commissioner of the organization, he was overseen and advised by an 8-member board of regents, and commanded a large staff of wardens, curators, and other operatives. So here's the thing, they're probably already fucked because of the previous company they helped with.
Yeah.
Here's the one thing I like about the GOI field guide, because they give the best SCPs to go with GOI, which is very useful. I'm not gonna say anything, Jerry.
What?
Jerry's message on Twitch.
So?
We're gonna move on from that.
Anyways, which one which
Why
one
don't we
should be
look
done
at the
first?
commission hierarchy? What is that?
Commissioner Hire? What?
Yeah, you know when you click Commission of the Unusual Cargo and it shows before the Foundation, GOI purpose, and the commission hierarchy.
Oh, this actually might be better than looking at SCPs. This will probably give it a much better in-depth information about them.
In death?
In-depth. I can't talk. Fuck you.
Nathaniel Trower, Commissioner. The Right Honorable Sir Othaniel David Richard Tower. That sounds like a jackass's name.
He looks like a jackass.
Yeah, he does.
Hmm.
Was, at the time of the Commission merging into the Foundation in 1917, the leader of the Commission of Unusual Cargo. The cause of his unusually long lifespan has not been determined. One prevailing theory is the name of Othaniel Trower has such significant influence over the operations of the East India Company that each commissioner since the original Trower has adopted the name as an alias. No, I think he's just an ancient asshole. The painting at the night dated 1705 purports to be of Trower, but this has not been conclusively proven. The commissioner was the executive of Board of Regents under whose seal and signature of the commission performed its duties. The commissioner managed the day-to-day operation of the commission and provided leadership and guidance. The commissioner served at the pleasure of the Board of Regents, but so as far as regards of indicate yeah. Records indicate was never removed from his position by them. You know, we haven't heard the things they've done so far, but I feel like this is probably not going to be a good group.
Yeah.
We were made by the company that really loved slavery. We sound as British as them. This is not a red flag.
British.
The Board of Regents. The Board of Regents was comprised of the Commissioner and 8 regents. To be a regent was a lifetime appointment made by secret ballot of the remaining regents in the event of a vacancy. Regents acted as an oversight committee, as appeals committee, an ethics committee, financial trustees all at once. Man, this is so fucking British! The requirement to be eligible for the regency was a person of great sense of right and wrong, in whom great trust may be reposed to uphold standards of conduct for the treatment of unusual cargo, and whose expertise in the field has been proven through the acts of loyalty. That does not give me faith in them. All members of the Board of Regents, including the Commissioner, were styled Right Honorable. I have no faith in them. Wardens. In the time of the Commission, the use of anomalous objects in order to secure and contain other anomalous objects was far more common than it is today. However, it became necessary to only allow highly skilled and trained individuals to be allowed to utilize the cargo in such a fashion as they created a title of esteem called the Regent's Ward. Regent's Ward. Those who were granted this exceedingly rare privilege, called wardens, were respected and feared by their peers. If a warden was sent in to aid the commission's duties, it was a sign that other avenues of containment had been tried and failed, or that the consequences of failure were too great.
Right, please scroll down.
Oh, sorry.
Also of note was an edict issued in 1734 that no one person could serve as a regent of the commission if they were previously a regent's ward. The reason for and individually were styled the honorable. This is so British and I have no faith in them. I'm sorry I keep saying that, but it just gets more British. I mean, from 1 to 10, how British does this feel?
I have no measure of how this feels at all British.
Well, think of this. How the British used to have things run in the country is they'd have one person at the top, which used to be the royalty. Then they'd have a group of people that basically lessened the king's power enough that things could actually be reasonable
Well,
if
yeah,
those people were not corrupted.
the parliamentary system, but that was used in multiple places, wasn't it?
Well, typically when kings existed, it was less of that and more like a king and then a group of people that would speak to the king and suggest things. These people had actual power.
Yeah.
Anyway. Curators. Each piece of unusual cargo had a manifest describing it in detail. Each object would have a single person who took responsibility for the cargo's security and safekeeping. That person was called a curator, the persecutor of the modern HMCL. I have no idea what HCML is. There's responsibility.
You also said persecutor instead of
HMCL.
precursor.
Are you
Wait, what?
kidding me?
You said persecutor instead of precursor.
Wait, what? Where? Oh, precursor. Sorry,
Yeah,
when my
yeah,
dyslexia kicked in.
fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Unlike Bright, I have dyslexia. Sometimes I read something, and sometimes it's similar to the word, sometimes it's not anything like the word, sometimes it's the actual word. We find out together.
Yeah, and I'm just stupid. That's why I mess up.
That pisses me off more. And I don't know why. Okay, the responsibility of the curator would vary, but in general, their job was to maintain the documentation and day-to-day oversight of the cargo in their care. They were considered to be the subject matter expert on that cargo, and commission agents received orders from a curator, and from a curator were, I mean, and commission agents receiving orders from a curator were obligated to follow them regardless of rank. Leave it to British to overcomplicate shit. A notable power of a curator was the principle of Noel me tangere. I'm positive I'm not pronouncing that right. I don't know what the fuck. A biblical phrase which translates to "do not touch me."
So the curator is a germaphobe.
In the event that a curator's superior was putting the security of a piece of cargo at risk, they could invoke the principle overriding the decision. This principle notably extended even to the Board of Regents, who could only override it with an anonymous vote. Agents of the Commission. The remaining members of the Commission served in many capacities. Some of the Commission titles included merchants who procured new unusual cargo through financial means or otherwise. Suspicious. Stewards, directors of group of Commission agents at Commission facilities such as LR below, or large ports of operation. Yardsmen, not officially members of the Commission, but who performed specialized tasks for them under their banner of contract. So fucking fishy.
Yeah. This actually has probably by far the most information we've seen with any of the groups of interest. Oh, wait. We should probably see the GOI purpose. They'll probably tell them better.
Okay. The GOI purpose. The concept is simple. SCPs in the 17th and through 19th centuries before the Foundation. The goals of this GOI include dealing with politics of being bankrolled by the East Indian Company, handling and containing anomalous objects that would be much easier to contain in modern times, but in the 17th century require clever solutions. The search of the lost headquarters of the Commission by modern Foundation researchers. uncovering the mysterious people employed at the top of the commission, what happened to them, and why they left evidence of their existence to be found by future generations, putting some established SCPs in a new light in a new era, giving an opportunity for increased inclusion of pirates. There, I said it. Now you know the real reason. I want sword fights and pirates and cannons, a vasty scurvy dogs. Oh, I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent there. Exploring how and why the SCP Foundation does some of the things it does today and the way it does, including early experiments with containment, amnestics, and other things that modern Foundation agents take for granted.
Oh, wait, is this group just investigating the SCP Foundation?
No.
This is pre-Foundation.
Oh, pre-Foundation. Wait, so this is just pre-Foundation.
It's a different group. Technically, they say that the Foundation absorbed it, but they don't actually know where the headquarters are. They don't know what happened to the leaders at all. They're just absorbing the bits that they find of it. So it's still its own group. They're saying it's absorbed, but I call bullshit.
I mean,
Somewhere else.
do we have reason to distrust the official articles saying that it's largely been absorbed?
Well, the same article also said they don't know where the headquarters are and they don't know where the leaders are.
Well, yeah, but if it's absorbed at this point,
Right.
They also say they keep finding things from it. So I don't really believe it's absorbed.
So should we see an SCP, or should we put it along with the, SCP Foundation on the tier list?
I'd say we can probably tier list it on it now.
Let's see the format. A theme may be found here. Formats of manifest can take many forms.
I think this is just writing on how to write with the group of interest. I think this is just helping. If you want to write an SCP or something like that.
Nave de Commerce, a commissioned sailing vessel whose sole purpose was to hold anomalous objects. Lieu de rendezvous, these meeting places exist on land near small ports.
What?
Libre circulation. Some cargo would have difficulty being contained, which was not deemed okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
do we put it like right next to the Foundation? Wait.
Well,
Wait, the Foundation's gone.
Did you not save it or something?
I did save it. I think it just got deleted.
well,
Add
place
the
it back where it
Foundation back
was.
in. We
Hold
put it
on.
in true neutral, I think.
Yeah.
We
Hold on, I
did.
gotta.
Or was it true neutral or lawful neutral?
I think it was lawful neutral.
Yeah, lawful neutral. But
Alright, yeah.
I think I'd put this in true neutral.
Why don't we look at one of the SCPs? Although I don't know which one to click.
I mean, what new information are we gonna find?
Oh my gosh, I didn't know it did that. Oh my gosh, look at Daryl.
Let me
I wasn't looking.
I didn't know it did that.
Oh,
I didn't know it did that. Oh my god.
Daryl got a ball.
Oh my gosh.
That is adorable.
Also, you commissioned it. How the fuck did you not know it could do that?
Oh, I didn't commission it. It's a DLC and part of the desktop pals thing that released on Steam.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Huh.
Anyway, we've kind of vaguely heard about it, like in multiple ways and how it functions, but we haven't heard shit about what they've done.
Alright. Well, there's 3 SCPs that the group of interest Field Guy recommends, which is Manifest 803, 4461, and 5332. I'm kind of more interested on Manifest 803.
Okay.
Unless
Well, I'd
this is...
imagine that's probably just a document listing things that they had in their
That's
possession.
literally just things they had in their instruction. And also them drinking.
Oh. Yeah, this is just... Also apparently has a poem at the end.
About drinking.
Yeah. Alright then, I guess 4461 or 5332. Which one?
Which one comes first numerically?
4461. Oh.
What?
By order of Overseer Council, if you're saying this document, please immediately report to the person listed at the top of the Foundation personnel list 8288-A. Oh, it's a Keter.
Oh.
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 Okay, so at some point a bunch of stuff got deleted, but I didn't do it, I promise.
Oh, God, so this is a long one. Look at all them addendums.
Yeah. It looks kind of like an ancient baseball.
I say we check
Let's
out
skip
the other one.
the containment procedure and go to the description.
I was gonna say, let's just check out the other one first,
Oh, okay.
with how massive this thing is.
5332. This one's safe. Disruption class dark. And this is really short.
Yeah. Okay, I'll read it.
Alright.
Let's see.
Oh.
SCP-5...
Oh, sorry.
What?
This is also another group of interest that's a very long name. I'm so sorry, Hatchet.
Oh, great. Item number SCP-5332, containment class safe, level, 02/restricted, disruption class dark. Special containment procedures. SCP-5332 is to be contained in sight due to its current effect on the local marine wildlife. In sight? In situ? Whatever. Local marine wildlife. The shift containing SCP-5332 is to have underwater cameras installed in order to monitor 533-2's status. If any divers are spotted near the wreck, STF RHO-7 greeting party are to amnesticize the individual and bring them back to shore.
Hey, Hatchet. In case if you're wondering how to say RHO, it's Ro. That's how it's pronounced.
Oh, bro. Okay. Description. 5332 designates the bones and most notably the horn of a great whale subspecies. These bones, when powdered, have mild amnestic and medical properties. As such, they were hypothesized to be used as rare primitive amnestics for groups such as Commission of Unusual Cargo and, oh my gods, His/Her Majesty's Foundation for the Secure Containment of the Paranormal.
I told you it was long.
Well, if I thought a group sounded British, I guess they sound more British.
Yeah, no,
Damn.
that one is aggressively British.
Yeah.
They're both aggressively British, but one is more aggressively British.
Okay. 5332 was found following investigation into the migration patterns of Greenland-based blue whales. When following a pod of whales, a diver discovered an old 17th century boat that the blue whales used as a resting point. Upon further inspection, they discovered the bones of an abnormally large blue whale with an estimated length of around 30 meters that the other whales had been clustered around. Over the following few hours, the diver noticed many other marine species visiting the site of the bones, almost seeming to pay their respects to the creature. Following an exploration of the ship's interior, the diver recovered an old document pertaining to an organization called the Commission of Unusual Cargo. After returning home, the diver posted the contents of these letter onto his blog. I'm guessing this letter onto his blog, which was picked up by a Foundation web crawler. All involved parties were anesthetized following this event. The letter discovered by the diver has been attached below. The Honorable East Empire Company, Manifest Detail number C 172852. Date the 17th of June, 1627. Vessel the gallant ship Kingfisher. Storage the cargo to be stowed in the hold in a large standard crate with a sheepskin padded interior and secured to the floor hole by rope. Unauthorized access to the hold is to be noted and punished upon return to land. Description: 12 bones of a great horned blue whale. The horned blue whale appears to be a monarch of the whales, thus its bones hold great value for any scientifically inclined gentleman, able to alleviate any common ailment with ease. These bones, when undamaged, are expected to invite a large price at auction, therefore the utmost care must be taken to preserve them. Scribbled note in the margin: don't fuck this up or Mr. Towel will have your guts for garters, lad. Was the term fuck used back then?
Yes.
Maybe.
I did not know that.
I could try to look up when people started saying fuck in history.
Uh, You can do that. Addendum 1. Upon investigation by uh, Special Task Force Row 7, the reason that the Kingfisher sunk was found to be due to a large gash in the side of the boat, as well as numerous buckled side planks, suggesting a large mass had hit the ship. It appears that a long, sharp object had speared the ship during its return to port, causing it to rapidly sink. Further investigation is ongoing.
God damn.
Also, apparently people have been using fuck as a slang since 1475.
Huh.
Huh.
Interesting.
Neat. So basically, the Commission Unusual Cargo did whaling.
Yes, he whaled whales that do not exist anymore, even in the SCP universe. I do not feel like we can put this in neutral area. We
Yeah.
cannot put this group in neutral.
I'm. They're basically just the SCP Foundation before the SCP Foundation existed.
Well, I just think that because if they dealt with whaling, what else did they deal in?
I mean,
And
they
they
were
were more
commissioned.
educated than the
How?
regular person, so they had to know the whales would eventually stop existing.
We don't have much reason to believe that they're directly involved with whaling.
Oh.
They have the bones of a whale in their
Ah.
cargo, specifically because said bones are anomalous. that doesn't mean that they were whaling the whales.
That's fair. I'm
I
sorry
guess it
for
was
jumping
probably
to conclusions.
yeah, same. I guess it might have been the East India Company then.
Yeah, and like, I feel like, uh, I feel like a true neutral would be appropriate here.
All right.
Because as an organization, I think from the sounds of it, they are largely like the only reason they have anything to do with the East Empire Company is because that's where they source the funds to do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right, that's the standard SCP Foundation. We put that in lawful neutral.
Yeah, I know you can barely see it, but I just put it in there.
Yeah, the SCP Foundation is in lawful neutral.
Oh, lawful neutral. Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So before we go to the next one, I recently found out that the Scarlet King is a group of interest.
Just him.
Yes.
Wait, did you put the unusual cargo group in true neutral yet?
Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah, it's
see.
just yeah, it's just like
Okay, it just
practically
has a
completely
crappy
transparent.
background. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hold on. I can show you in a second. Yep. See, there he is, Scarlet King.
I see. Oh, the Saturn deer is also one?
Yes, he is.
Huh.
So the Devites is the next group.
Yes.
I
Oh, I
love
can.
the Davites.
Don't say
They're-
that.
I love the Davites. They're my favorite ancient every bad thing imaginable cult.
Yeah, I'll read the intro. The Davites. The information contained within this file cannot be authenticity, authentic, fuck,
Authenticated.
authenticated with 100% certainty due to the anomalous nature of content. As with all temporal retrocasual anomalies, a healthy skepticism is recommended when discussing or researching the information on the Devas. If in reviewing this file you notice inaccuracies or discrepancies with baseline reality, please report to your on-site RISA representative. Maria Jones, Director, RISA. Oh, they also have a hub that we should probably just start clicking on the hubs to see if we can get more information there.
I always click on the hub. Why don't you?
I don't know.
Every
Uh,
group has its own hub.
Also, what's the fucking uh link you're using?
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Well, I can give you it. Oh wait, I almost did it in DMs again. There
You're
it
a
is.
dumb one.
This
Mrs.
is the
Bright.
farthest place the War Empress Great, I have no idea how to pronounce that, marched to her conquest. But the
Wait,
true borders of her empire knows
Ah.
no ends. Knows no end, I mean.
Oh, that's where that
uh,
picture is. Someone. Okay, this actually looks like something you would see on a cave wall. That's actually kind of cool.
That is not how cave art looks.
Oh.
It's too symmetrical.
Ah.
It's too clean, it's too rigid. That is not how it would look.
I mean, it still looks pretty nice.
okay.
It looks nice.
Also, I realize Daryl sometimes saying "yeah" at random.
Oh, I see.
So they ate a cat.
Oh no. Or a VTuber.
Oh my god.
The Devite Empire was an ancient civilization that began in south-central Siberia and eventually stretched throughout Central Asia, the Middle East, and and Eastern Europe.
What is
The
with
empire represented a stratified society structured around systematic slavery, military conquest through various anomalous means, ancestor worship, ritualized human sacrifice, and widespread usage of thermological practices. I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Thaumaturgical.
Yeah, also, what is with
Thermo-
everything in SCP Universe that's bad happening in Siberia?
Not everything. You're just thinking of 610 and a few other things. I'm gonna look up what thaumaturgical means, minus AI, because I do not want to be told what. There we go.
So I
A
was going to.
performer of miracles or a magician. The adjective of thaumaturgic meaning performing miracles or of relating to. So basically, magic stuff.
Yeah, also, Hedgehog, you're gonna say something?
What?
You say you're about to say something, and Jerry cut you off.
Oh, I was going to say one of these things is not like the other. Ancestor worship is pretty mundane.
Yeah.
Technically, ancestor worship is one of the very first signs of religion we've ever seen in humanity.
Yeah.
Ancient humans used to bury the skulls of their ancestors under their houses.
Hmm?
And some, I think a different group of ancient humans used to keep the skulls in their houses. This was before written language. We have no idea what the religion meant, but it was something.
So,
Yeah.
also, we're most likely gonna put this all the way at the bottom.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, no shit. Like, it. I'm sorry, Bright. Were you thinking that we were gonna put the Davite anywhere near the top?
No.
Anywhere near the good category?
No.
Maybe if this stream was just nothing but a bunch of friggin' neo German party guys sitting around talking about what they like, then maybe they'd consider it good. But
Oh.
we're slightly rational people.
Oh, Hatchet, it's funny you mention that. There are two groups of interest that are that.
Oh, great.
Well, we're on the Devites right now, and although they enslave people, murder people brutally, probably torture them, considering they're into slavery and military conquest through anomalous means, they're not Nazis. Anyway, the history of the Devite Empire is nebulous and awash with mystery. Archaeological evidence supports their existence beginning circa 10,000 BCE, but the termination point of the civilization's control over, but the termination point of the civilization's control over their territory varies widely. This unclear timeline is primarily the result of SCP-140, a book entitled A Chronicle of the Divas, which has the anomalous effect of retroactive temporal causality. Sorry for the hiccup. Readers of the book are compelled to add additional material using any liquid, including the reader's own blood. I have a feeling we already know what SCP to read after reading this.
Also,
Well, yeah.
does that include semen?
That said any liquid,
So yes.
but you're
Town
more
book.
likely to use your blood because honestly, that's not exactly going to show very well on white paper, is it?
Not to mention, it's more of a pain in the ass to get large quantities of.
Just because you're a pervert doesn't mean it's practical, Bright. With each addition to the story contained within the chronicle, a history is retroactively changed to compensate. Previous review of SCP-140 reflected that the Devas were eventually defeated by the Chinese general Qin Kai in the 3rd century BCE. This defeat led to the eventual genocide of all Devas and the crumbling of the empire. But as a result of subsequent containment breaches involving SCP-140, New material has been added which describes survivors regrouping and migrating to another region of central Siberia, rebuilding their empire steadily and continuing to advance culturally and technologically. At present, this empire is described as having finally been crushed by Genghis Khan during the early period of his conquests, although fates of many important persons and several cities remain ambiguous. It is important to understand that by the very nature of SCP-140, the history of the Diva has changed numerous times. What history we can read about the development of the empire must be taken in scholarly skepticism, if only because the temporal nature of Diva's culture development. Through the research and containment of other anomalies related to the Divas, the Foundation has found numerous pieces of evidence that the cultural remains of this empire have survived into modernity.
Okay, so
So the Foundation is pretty sure they're all dead, but they might not all be dead.
yeah, so I'll go ahead and read 140, partially because I really like uh this SCP.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, SCP-140, Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-140 must never be brought closer than 5 meters to any source of standard ink, human blood, or other fluids suitable for writing. Any contamination any contamination by blood or ink must be reported immediately. Any remaining copies of SCP-140 created during the initial printing must be found and destroyed as soon as possible. Only SCP-140 is to be preserved for purposes of study, early warning, and cataloging and recording possible SCPs derived from its subject matter. SCP-140 is contained at Site-76 in a sealed vault containing a single desk. At this time, no research is to be carried out upon the original 140. Researchers are to read the prepared copies not bearing the signature of its author, which lack its properties. In the event of approved research, 140 may not be removed from the vault, and readers may not be in contact with it longer than 9 hours. Access requires written approval from the head researcher for the explicit purposes of testing. Any armed guard stationed outside the vault will meet any attempted theft with deadly force. Should any personnel begin displaying obsession with 140 or signs of possible memetic contamination, they are to be issued a Class A amnestic, false memories implanted as necessary, and transferred to another project. The transferred personnel must be monitored for signs of relapse. Description: SCP-140 is a modern hard copy book with an unremarkable black binding and an unknown number of white pages. The book jacket is missing, but the title, A Chronicle of the Devas, is clearly legible. The inside cover is signed by the author, whose name is indecipherable. The text is copyrighted 19 blank, or redacted. Careful examination reveals that there are far more pages between the bindings than could be contained within them. Readers admit to feeling paranoia, unease, and occasional nausea while reading SCP 140, although this may be related to subject material. Nonetheless, readers almost universally describe SCP 140 as fascinating and express continued interest, despite its frequently unsettling content. 1 in 15 readers describe 140 as having a faint odor of dried blood. 140 is a detailed account of an ancient civilization originating in what is now south central Siberia, identified as the Davites. Although, like all cultures, the Davites evolved and changed over time, they appear to have exhibited unusual continuity. Universal fixtures of the Davite culture in all periods, including militarism, conquest, ancestor worship, urban centers ruling over large slave populations, gruesome human sacrifice, and the practice of apparently efficacious thaumaturgic rituals. A variety of relics and creatures produced by the Davite culture would be abnormal or dangerous enough if the account is to be believed to qualify for containment in their own right. If SCP-140 comes into contact with any fluid suitable for writing, including human blood, the account of the Davite civilization's history expands. Human blood appears to be the most potent of possible writing substances, but in any case, the amount of new material does not correspond proportionally to the fluids introduced. Although these new segments sometimes include new descriptions of rituals or cultural traits or illustrations of previously covered material, they more frequently include new, more recent accounts of information chronicling the continued history of the Davite civilization, or descriptions of new individuals and artifacts. Formerly decisive defeats become setbacks. New persons and events are inserted. Foundation archaeologists have discovered corresponding new artifacts and traces of the Davite civilization in applicable locations and strata, in some cases found in dig sites that had already been thoroughly explored. Although at times the Davites were a collection of city-states, they appear to have consistently returned to imperialism under a theocratic aristocracy, the Deva, practitioners of cannibalism and thaumaturgy. Although initially Foundation researchers believed the Deva to have been a hereditary class recycling the names of noteworthy individuals, evidence and the events of uh, redacted 2000 redacted now suggests that the Deva possessed preternatural longevity as a result of redacted. Several researchers, notably Professor Redacted, have concluded the Deva were so divergent from modern humans as to be a separate subspecies, a conclusion supported by graphic representations within SCP 140 and data expunged. SCP-140 is remarkably detailed by the standards of primary source. Yeah, it's bleh. Detailed by the standards of primary source, seeming closer to biography than a historic text. It includes lurid descriptions of sacrificial rites, battlefield descriptions, daily life, and the life stories of various noteworthy individuals, including quotes and dates of birth. Over redacted distinct individuals, and that's a 3-digit number. Distinct individuals have been identified, including the individually persistently terminated SCP 140 A. The individual persistently termed SCP 140 A, of which only redacted are accounted for by recorded deaths, which that is a 2-digit number. Foundation archaeologists have discovered several sites containing ruins consistent with the supposed Davite culture in various locations across Siberia, northern Iran, and Mongolia. Artifacts and traces of intercultural conflict and contact have been discovered as far west as the Carpathian Mountains and as far east as northern Pakistan and China. These include SCP Redacted. Addendum 140A. SCP-140 was originally found in the office of deceased historian redacted. The previous owner was discovered in his office at redacted university, having expired from self-inflicted lacerations on both wrists. There were no traces of Redacted's blood in the office. Redacted's colleagues claimed during interviews they discovered a note in faded ink in Redacted's handwriting next to SCP-140. All witnesses were administered Class A amnestics and false memories implanted. Redacted's note read, "I have to know. I'm sorry." All text within 15 meters, except several books relating to the history of the region, were blank. The remaining books now included accounts of supposed interaction between the Davite civilization and the subject cultures or applicable discussions of Davite history and culture. These texts were confiscated. All printed forms and media were blank. All pens, printers, and ink cartridges were empty. Addendum 140B. Although 140 was published during the 20th century, the tone of the book suggests it is a recounting of events, individuals, and practices experienced firsthand by 140's unknown author. Foundation investigators have tracked 140's publication to data expunged printing house in a batch of redacted copies self-published by a wealthy individual hereby termed SCP-140-A, and the batch of redacted copies is a 2-digit number. SCP-140-A's signature on the contract matches the signature inside SCP-140. More than 4 redacted, so more than 40 of the copies produced in this batch were apparently leached of all ink by the redacted remaining copies. To date, Foundation agents have recovered and destroyed redacted of the remainder, but between redacted single-digit number and redacted 2-digit number remain at large. 2 expansion events have been reported during periods when 140 had never been exposed to fluids of any sort or removed from its vaults. An investigation and manhunt for the author of SCP-140 is ongoing. In the event of contact, agents are advised data redacted. Addendum 140-C. Through study of SCP-140 and other contained objects related to the Davite civilization, Foundation researchers have concluded that, transposed to the modern era, the resurgence of a hostile Davite civilization in history more recent than... Oh, that's one redacted CE. So sometime after 1000 Common Era would constitute a grave and even possibly retroactive threat to the foundation of modern civilization as we know it. Even best-case projections of Davite resurgence in the modern day suggest a CK-class restructuring of modern society and a worldwide conflict with a projected death toll of at least, redacted, and an end to the Foundation's secrecy. Addendum 140-D. Redacted's journal found on his home PC in data expunged indicates that upon his initial reading of SCP-140, it ended with the almost utter destruction of the Davite civilization and genocide of all known Deva in 2000, not 2000, 200 redacted BCE by the forces of Chinese General Qin Kai. As a result of subsequent containment breaches, including those detailed in In the journal, copious quantities of new material have been added, describing survivors regrouping and migrating to another region of central Siberia, rebuilding their empire steadily, and continuing to advance culturally and technologically. At present, the empire is described as having finally been crushed by Genghis Khan during the early period of his conquests, although the fates of many important persons in several cities remain ambiguous. Foundation archaeologists will be dispatched to expunged for investigation and research. Addendum 140E. After the incident on Redacted 2000 Redacted at Data Expunged, dig site at Data Expunged dig site, resulting in over 3-digit redacted casualties. All Foundation archaeologists excavating sites of suspected Davite artifacts or ruins are to be accompanied by a fully armed security team. 140-1 has been neutralized. 140-2 remains at large. All other anomalous contacts and artifacts were destroyed when the dig site was struck by a cruise missile. Agent Redacted received a commendation and was treated for post-traumatic stress disorder. Dr. Redacted received a posthumous commendation for courage. An investigation into the possible involvement of SCP-140-A or their agents in the events of Redacted 2000 Redacted is ongoing. So that didn't give us much new information, but
Yeah.
I still like it.
It sounds like with each modification that happens to the book, the actual history of the Devites is modified. And
Yeah.
that is terrifying.
Which also means that it is entirely possible that given enough blood, this book would see the Davites resurface as an actual
Yeah.
extant organization in the modern day, which is just so fun. It's a very fun prospect.
So this is chaotic evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could. You could probably argue that they follow their own line of laws.
Yeah, I agree. Lawful evil makes more sense for them. We may find them to be like totally chaotic, but if you
Eh.
think about it, to use the magical stuff that they do, you actually need to follow certain rules.
Mm-hmm.
So they may be evil, but they have their own rules they have to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're talking about an entire civilization with a hierarchy. They're following their own laws, but they're following laws.
Before I go to the next one, I want to say something funny. When Hedges started reading the number containment class and special containment procedures, Daryl was sleeping, but the very second you started talking about the fucked up shit, Daryl woke up.
Daryl craves violence.
That or Daryl's like, yeah, you're worse than me.
Now he's just playing with a ball.
Lesbian Gengar.
What?
Right there in the middle of the screen. Lesbian Gengar. Also, hey, Apollo.
Oh yeah, lesbian Gengar.
Oh, I didn't see.
That must have been a fun thing to walk into.
Also, hello, Apollo. That must have been magic to pop in. Yeah, agree with Hatchet there. We are about to read about the next group of interests, Dear College. They're a co-educational liberal arts and occult sciences college in the heart of Scenic 3 Portland's, an extra-dimensional city-state located adjacent to American Northwest and southeastern England, with with a circulum that focuses on the
Uh,
marriage and
I think that's curriculum.
probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. With a curriculum that focuses on the marriage and mundane and occult disciplines, as well as regarded in art, I know what that word is.
You're good.
Bright, I'm having trouble saying it properly, and I know what the word is, but I can't say the word.
I'm sorry. Oh,
I am not angry at you. Okay. I'm angry at myself for not being able to say it.
okay.
You know what? Maybe it'll help if I listen to something else pronounce it.
And art.
Oh yeah, Paula, if you're curious, if you look at my stream, we have a fifth person with us.
I saw.
It's Daryl.
I saw it. It's adorable. Also, first time I've been on a voice call since like I was dying.
And art.
I'm dying now.
Congratulations on not being dying anymore.
Oh, my sinuses are still shit. Like it's so
Fuck.
bad. Like my allergies are fucked.
My sinuses is
Congratulations on
shit.
still being dying, I guess.
But like
We're-
I no longer have laryngitis. Like I can talk.
Ah, fair.
It's nice.
So, should I?
yeah, you can continue, Jerry, if you want.
A well regarded and art program, Deer is often seen as a liberal arts counterpart to its GOC sponsored rival across town, ICSUT Portland's. A number of prominent figures of the anomalous world are Deer alumni, including Vincent Anderson, the CEO of Anderson Robotics, and Esther Lesbian Gengar Kogan, one of the co-founders of Gamers Against Weed.
That sure. Gamers are against weed. We'll go with that.
Oh, that's another group of interest.
Yeah. As the Foundation operations in 3 Portlands are heavily restricted by a number of agreements with the FBI's Unusual Incident Unit, Deer College itself is relatively free of Foundation intervention. However, all Deer alumni are automatically marked as person of interest and may be subject to increased Foundation scrutiny.
So basically, a bunch of groups of interest leaders went to Deer College.
I'm feeling I'm already feeling a strong true neutral.
Deer College, Ecce
Also-
Homo Platonis.
You're
Am I
gonna
pronouncing that right?
You're gonna say something, Hatchet?
A Homo Platonus. That's how I would pronounce it. I was going
Okay.
to say, can I please direct everyone's attention to
Yeah.
the recording live stream VC chat? Bright, you need to apply this image to your stream because it is relevant.
Hold on. What did you say? Oh, I love it.
It's a
Beautiful.
Gengar. It's a Gengar.
Oh my gosh, Daryl's in. I can't.
That's
I can't
beautiful.
save the image. Daryl's in the way. Oh, there it goes.
My
Gengar.
pun, it makes more sense when you type it out.
Yeah.
Daryl wouldn't
Lesbian
let me
Gengar.
put it. Oh fuck, where is it? Where did I
He's like,
say?
no, only I can be up there.
Ugh.
There he goes. He's on screen.
Here, just put that behind us. That's gonna be our banner behind us for the night.
You know, that's valid.
You can't even see Gengar. It's just me.
You are the Gengar now. You are the lesbian Gengar. How does it feel?
Perfect.
Either that or the Gengar is checking you out.
Kinky.
Welcome to Deer. Deer is a magical place. Of course, you already knew that. It's probably what drew you here. But most of the mission stuff is bullshit. is for your parents more than you to assure them that they're spending all that cash wisely. We ask prominent students to offer their thoughts on what upcoming freshmen really need to know, and picked the only two that met our high editorial standards. And also, one of them blackmailed us, and the other bought us beer. Here they are.
I would like to formally take back my initial guess. This is somewhere in chaotic.
This is chaos. I don't know if it's good, bad, or neutral, but it's chaos.
Yeah.
Same as it ever was. Welcome incoming Frostmans to the worst 4 years. Well, 4.5 an average, but who's counting? Of your life. In your time at Deer, you will experience terrors the likes of which you have never seen before. 5 hour thaumaturgy. 5 hour thaumaturgy. Thumb.
Do you want me to read it?
Just the word.
Yeah, thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy. Okay. 5 hour thaumaturgy labs, consecutive all night cram sessions, bottomless mugs of cafeteria coffee, the all seeing eyes of the community safety officers, and the lurking at the end of it, the dreaded senior thesis. Your psych Your physical, mental, and spiritual health will deteriorate. You will churn out paper after paper, each on a subject more arcane than the last. Your parents will ask you what you're studying, and you will find yourself unable to answer. You will emerge from this experience a bitter, broken soul who hangs around on campus long after graduation, hitting on people years younger than you in an attempt to relive the glory days before you were ground up into the gears of the terrible machine we call the academia. Eventually, you will move on, leaving behind only footprints and terrible curses that will haunt campus for decades to come. It's not all bad. In every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. You will meet exciting, interesting, and intelligent people and form bonds with them that will last at least one lifetime, if not more. Your expertise in the mystical arts will be honed to a razor's edge, and you will, and you'll, as will your ability to get that one libertarian in your philosophy class to shut the fuck up and let someone else speak. You will learn things man was not meant to know, perform deeds contrary to the laws of nature and of nature's God, and see the fabric of reality for the illusion that it really is. Maybe even while you're sober. And while you're done, and when you're done, you've slain all the thesis snakes, completed your group requirements, and walked across the stage at graduation, you will receive your final reward, a fancy piece of paper with your name on it. And that's not actually good for anything in the real world because the FBI says we can't tell people where we actually went to school. At the end of the day, remember that could be worse. You could be going to ICSUT
Is
or
Oh, sorry.
Mordecai Diabolus, student body president for life.
Like Bookworm said, OMG, this is just actual college.
I don't know. I never drank in college.
A lot of people drink in college.
A lot of people drink in college.
This must be the place. All right, you're going to have to trust me. Don't listen to anything Mordecai says. He's literally the Antichrist. I'm 100% sure that they're going to put his essay in, but he's got some serious blackmail material on the entire student senate. So it's almost a given. Thankfully, I can outbribe him any day of the week, so I'm pretty sure this message will get in there too. So, regardless of what he says, Deer is good. Well, the institution itself is fine, but the community and the people, incredible. The professors are among the best in their fields. Most of the classes are small enough that you really get to know the people teaching you. There is always something happening on campus, whether that's a dance in the student union, an impromptu spell duel in the quad, or even just folk music sing alongs in your dorm's common room. Even the thesis isn't really all that bad. When you're in the thick of it and you choose a thesis topic you really love, it'll all be worth it. It's not to say it can't be hard sometimes. The administration, like with any bureaucracy, can be mind-numbingly slow to change. The CSOs will probably confiscate your weed once or twice, and there will, unfortunately, be people you don't like. The roommate who's so what? The roommate who's sexile? What is that word?
I
What
don't.
sexiles?
Where is I'm lost. Where are we?
I
The
highlighted.
roommate
Sexiles?
who sexiles you.
Uh, I guess my search history is fucked anyway. I might as well look that
Oh,
up.
Bookworm says when a roommate kicks you out of the room to have sex with someone.
Oh,
Oh, that makes sense.
so they're being kicked out of the dorm while they're in the shower?
Weirder things have happened, I guess.
That's not weird. That's just being a dick.
Again, it could be worse.
Yeah, they could join. I'm sorry.
Right.
If you willingly join, that's not worse. That's just probably a good time. But being kicked out while you're in the shower, that just sucks. Anyway, the roommate who sexiles you while you're in the shower, the creepy alum
Alumni.
who, well, it is alumni, but it doesn't say that. It just says the alum part. So I'm trying to say that, and now I said it. So yeah, the creepy alum who hits on you at the house party, and that one libertarian in your philosophy class who will not shut the fuck up. I'm pretty sure that guy is actually some sort of ancient curse or vengeful specter, to be honest. And these and more will be black marks on your time here. And sometimes in the dark night of the soul that comes upon you when you've been awake for 37 hours straight and your hands won't stop shaking long enough for you to type the next paragraph of your thesis, you will want to go back in time and warn your past self against coming here. But even when Deer gets you down, remember it could be worse. You could be going to ICSUT. When, oh, that's a horrible name. I cannot say that. This feels like one of those unfortunate names.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Farr, Thistle Branch, student body president in exile.
I just like
I
how
don't.
both of them hate libertarians.
Well, I mean, who doesn't? But also, I was gonna say, I don't think that's a tragedy. I think that's just an old name.
Yeah.
No, Gwyneth normally, if it's just Gwyneth, it's spelt differently. That's not Gwyneth. That's Gwyneth, Gwennyfar or something.
So this
Whatever.
is.
It's not Gwynifred. It's spelt differently.
So this is just the fucked up college in the SCP universe.
Yeah, that sounds
Should I
about
read
right.
Campus Life?
Yes. Aww. Daryl yawned and went to sleep. They didn't want to know about campus life. But yeah, I guess.
Why don't I look at the anecdotes, rumors, and blatant fabrications? Uh, Are these just different stories relating to it?
Probably
Life beyond
hashtag
fear.
storm
Okay.
site 19. Oh my gosh, it's just a bunch of Twitter messages.
No, get
Wait,
it
what?
right. That's very clearly not Twitter.
You know
It's
what?
probably from like, oh my god, there's lesbian Gengar.
Yeah.
Storm Site 19.
Which is basically where 682 and all the worst Keters are.
Is that a riff on the whole Storm
Area
Area
51?
51?
I think so.
Oh, what the this is neutral chaotic. This is chaotic neutral.
I agree that it's neutral and chaotic, though I wish we could rate it full of idiots.
Oh my god, this certain serpent's hand is a message on here.
36 Serpent Hands official. Hi, friend. I'm glad to find you were in the void as well. I have already spread your message throughout all internal channels of the Serpent's Hand. You have our backing. Storm Site 19.
Oh my
Colon
gosh.
3. Yeah, there's lesbian Gengar.
Yeah, I want to see if there's any other groups of interest in the game. Oh, dear college. UIU.
Wait, back up. What was that thing?
What,
The
this?
FBI strongly advises citizens of Portland's and all other anomalous community to not participate in Storm Site 19.
SCP Foundation.
The SCP Foundation. Hello, all you hashtag raiders. We think it's super cool that you're keeping it chill and wanting to see how the Foundation works from the inside. But we cannot allow you into Site 19. Sorry, hashtag raiders of hashtag Storm Site 19. Also,
Why
Foundation.
did that? Sorry. Why did that
Also,
feel? Oh,
you say sorry, and that makes me think that I continue, and then whatever. You go ahead.
I just wanted to say, what the foundation said made me think very much of vibes of "Hey kids" from like the old guy popping in.
Yeah.
Hello, my fellow teens.
Yeah.
SCP Foundation then continues to say, but never fear, hashtag StormSite19 fans, if you're really interested in seeing how the Foundation works, we could always use more test subjects.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, Lesbian Gengar said something there. I want to read that. I can't believe we live in a timeline in which we are r/fellow kids and threatened by the real SCP Foundation in the real.
Oh my god.
Oh, also look at the serpent's hand message.
I'm still going. Woo. Storm Site 19 Carly. Dude, I just spent 4,000 in plane tickets and housing to come out here and raid this bad bitch. And now you're just canceling it hours before we actually do it? Holy shit, I'm shaking with anger. Hashtag Storm
what?
Site 19 cancel.
That's fair, but also please do not.
Dude underscore K2. This is real life. Parawatch Wiki official. New article by Uncle Nikolai.
Wait, I
Hashtag
can click
Storm
it.
Site 19.
Oh, it's just.
Oh, so it just takes us back to the top
Oh,
of it.
what happens if you click one of the hum things?
The blue one? Nothing
Yeah.
happens.
Oh, nothing happens when you click the hums?
The blue color text, nothing happens. Yeah, it's just basically the same thing. Okay, this is funny. Who wrote this?
Oh yeah, I see. I'm said we cannot look at the echoes and hums, but I think echoes is just retweets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I think we already know where this is going.
Yeah, this is chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
That was funny as shit. Oh boy, here we get into something interesting. Dr.
Yay!
Wondertainment.
Wondertainment.
Dr.
I feel
Wondertainment.
like
Oh,
Dr. Wondertainment will be less neutral, but not
yeah.
good.
Yeah. Dr. Wondertainment, whether an individual or collective entity, is capable of producing anomalous artifacts and entities which thematically resemble children's toys. The nature of these objects and devices varies, although we are very clearly intended to be utilized by children. In addition, Dr. Wondertainment is responsible for the creation of the Little Misters, anomalous humanoids altered for collectability. Dr. Entertainment is known to have targeted Foundation personnel in the past, and their feelings towards the Foundation appear to be ambiguous. See the entry of Isabel Entertainment on the personnel dossier for more information. Links to the factory have been speculated but are unconfirmed. What? Oh, it's funny, the factory's right under it.
Oh, just great.
So, here's the thing. I don't remember what number it is, but it's these little knit string dolls that if you put a human hair into it, you can spy on someone. Like, it copies their movement. But eventually, it'll start doing things that doesn't happen. And it'll make the person who's spying go mad in a certain way.
Mm.
Yeah, I actually have one. In the past, I ordered someone to make one. I have one on the wall.
All right, Bright.
Yeah.
I've got a very special task for you.
Yeah.
I'm sending you my hair in the mail. Do with that what you will.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Alright. So should we see the personnel dossier or click on Dr. Entertainment?
What?
Because we got Isabel Entertainment as well as Dr. Entertainment.
I'd say go to personnel dossier
Alright.
first.
Oh, Jesus.
Person of interest, that's where we should go. Let's see. Isabel. Oh, actually, we should probably keep this because it also has other stuff, like other groups of interest on here.
Yeah.
Like Eric. Where the fuck's Isabel?
Right?
Yeah.
Press Alt plus Colt F, or is it Alt F?
Oh, I actually found another one. Holy Light, aka Dr. Entertainment. So apparently there's another one.
Let's see.
Resident of Wonderworld and current bearer of the title of Dr. Entertainment, former receptionist, now the company's CEO, wishes to make amends for the less than ethical actions of her predecessor, willing to take the company in new directions to bring more of their products to children. Okay, so they're good.
Well,
Just because
that
they're
ended
saying
it.
they're good doesn't mean they're good.
Also,
What did I
the
do?
fuck did you press?
Inspect element.
Hit Alt F.
Alt F. Okay. Oh, find.
Um,
It's curl F for me.
Oh, I always get those confused in my brain.
No matches.
Anyway. What?
Oh, I spelled Isabel wrong.
Of course you did.
I spelled
Bright's
Isabell.
Isabel can be spelled in like 14 different ways.
It's right there. It's right there, Bright. Oh my! I'm gonna fucking
What?
kill you. It was right there.
At the bottom? I was more up.
You were sitting right there.
Hatchet, you're expecting her to actually read and pay attention.
Her name was on your screen.
Anyways, Dr. Isabel Helga Anastasia Parvati Entertainment the Fifth, PhD. A young woman of considerable creative potency and not an ordinary toy maker by any stretch of the imagination, always accompanied by her ever unflappable assistant, Emma Aesothrop Brown, and her pet corgis Jeremy. Her connection to the Little Mister series is indirect, detoured through an older bearer of the Dr. Entertainment name. She is but one of many to bear the moniker. Seems a little unlikely. Okay.
I don't trust her.
Yeah. Oh god, this is vibrant.
Oh. Oh. I didn't need unicorn poop on my face.
Oh my
Sign up
gosh,
for
even the
this.
text.
Mr. Mission, Mr. Headless, Mr. Feather, Mr. Laugh, Mr. Purple, Mr. Brass,
Oh my
Miss
god.
Sweetie, Mr. Fish, Mr. Clank, Mr. Money, Mr. Lie, Mr. Mad, Mr. Straps, Mr. Redacted.
A fancy dinosaur. I'm guessing
A
these are
shift at the factory.
I think these are all either stories or items they made.
Maybe?
Oh, here's the SCPs. Oh wait, I forgot. I believe one of the SCP proposals is Dr. Entertainment itself.
Yeah, Liz the GM's proposal.
Yeah, I think that'll probably be the best one to read. Hmm. Alright. It doesn't seem long. I think I'll read it. Alright. SCP-001, Object Class Safe, Special Containment Procedures. Due to its relatively benign nature, SCP-001 has been classified as safe, and no attempts to locate or directly contain it are to be made at this time. Containment efforts are to be focused on the products that it generates, which are to be assigned individual designations and special containment procedures. 001 is a male human known as Dr. Entertainment. It is a Class I reality bender capable of imbuing otherwise mundane creations with anomalous properties, focusing its abilities on the creation of toys, board games, candy, and various other products marketed at children. It distributes these items via anomalous means from an unknown location. Product examples include paper that takes on the properties of whatever shapes it's folded into, a playset capable of creating animate shadows, and lollipops that allow people to switch voices. I think the last one a lot of people would like. Anyways. Addendum 001/1 History. Due to the elusive nature of the entity, very little is currently known about 001's past. That said, it is known that he was born and raised in a small village, the son of a seamstress and a chartered accountant. Seemingly set a lead in life of quite desperation in a grey and boring world. He found joy solely in the stories that his father would tell him before bed each night. Stories of a marvelous toy maker who made wonders that the world has never seen before nor since. A toy maker who, according to 001's father, was a distant relative of theirs and whose blood ran through the young 001's veins. After he grew up, Entertainment sought the truth of these stories, intent on reclaiming his birthright. He followed any lead he could find, seeking out even the vaguest of rumors of dolls that came to life, jumping jacks that really jumped, cuckoo clocks that sang and danced without even a single cog or spring within. For the longest time, it seemed as if his journey was in vain, and that the old toy maker's secrets were buried for good. But to his surprise and delight, He at long last found a place that made dolls that ran and jacks that jumped, and so many other magical things. He had found the factory. Oh boy. The factory was a trap. It stole entertainment and put the young man to work within its gray walls of concrete and steel. It forced him to take part in its mockery of creativity until he almost broke. But instead he escaped. Escaped with the stolen documents that led him to a cottage deep in the woods, the source of the magic that the factory had taken and twisted to its own ends. He entered the cottage, and there he found the workshop of his ancient ancestor. With a small, satisfied smile, he read through the journals and notes and designs. With a soft twinkle in his eye, he took up the tools of his new trade, and finally, with a deep sigh of pure contentment, he... No. No, 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 no. I mean, yes, it's a nice story. It's all well and good, all very heartfelt, very intimate, but this is supposed to be a 001 entry, is it not? We need something better than just a nice story, don't you think? Good, I'm glad you agree. Let's try again. This time, let's go for something a little bit bigger. Wait, what?
Oh.
Oh, you keep clicking and it goes more and more.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, here comes the truth. Apollyon!
Are we gonna read through all of this, or?
I'm just seeing what.
How
No,
about
yeah,
we click until it stops?
neutralized. That's it. That's where it ends. Just neutralize. So they just killed Dr. Wonder.
Neutralized is fine.
Question. Yes, hello. I'm back again. Sorry about that. You know how it is. So, as I'm quite certain you have already guessed, I have not, in fact, been 100% truthful this whole time. Not even when I said I was going to be. I'm sorry about that, too. Though, I have to say that, given the very nature of our relationship over the years, I hardly expected that a single Foundation employee that's been reading this has believed a word of it anyway. What reason have I given any of you to believe anything I have to say? After all, none, I suppose. So the question, then, is why would I even bother doing this? Since I don't have to expect you to believe me, why try? Because, well, because I like you, SCP Foundation. I also hate you. And I'm indifferent to you, and I wish you would stop meddling in my affairs, and I'm glad you can take the time to care about my customer safety the way you do. Oh, this is Wondertainment!
You know what? Wondertainment trolling the Foundation makes sense.
I thought it was clear from the beginning that this was being like written by Wondertainment.
Yeah, I didn't think that. Anyways, you see, it's complicated, but after all the time we've been frenemies, I feel you deserve at least a little something that lets you put a few of the pieces of the Dr. Wondertainment puzzle together. Not the whole truth, perhaps, but still something real. You see, I am all of the things I have said, but I'm also none of them. And perhaps most truthful of all, I have no idea what I am anymore. Oh, that's sad. Jesus. It feels like it's important, doesn't it? To mold everything around you into easily understandable shapes. It's what you lot try to do all the time, of course, both the Foundation specifically, and the human race in general. And I know why you do it, believe me. A lack of understanding is a very dangerous thing. Entire civilizations have been swallowed up whole by their own ignorance. And so you keep on drawing patterns across the universe to keep the howling madness of your surroundings at bay. And there is a part of me that wishes I could do the same for myself. That wishes I could wind everything about myself down to a single thread. It would not only make things easier for you, it would undoubtedly save me a great deal of stress as well. Let me tell you, how different things would be if I just knew for absolute certain that I am a magician obsessed with making toys, or an immoral businessman seeking the bottom line, or an Harris with a cartoonish superpowers, or a god of thunder and chaos, or just a simple tinkerer plying his trade in attempts to bring a little bit of magic back into the world. But it's only one part of me that wants that certitude.
Certitude, yeah.
Alright. There's another part you see. A part that wants to show you that the understanding a thing isn't supposed to be about containing the parts of it that you don't get yet. That wants to make you realize that understanding a thing on its own terms, not just strictly yours, can lead you to a world of beauty, delight, and wonder. It's a small but important voice in my head that speaks to me with a childlike sense of awe and curiosity. And when it looks out at everything I've done and everything that I am, it smiles, laughs brightly, and asks, "But what are you gonna... But what are you going to be next? I invite you to come along with me, SCP Foundation. Let's find out together."
Chaotic neutral.
I'd be all right with that. Some of the objects he's created is extremely immoral, and some of them are fine.
Like the one I mentioned where you spy on people.
Fine.
Yeah.
There's plenty of items he's made that are literally people, and those people are nice, but they've also been abused.
So what did you...
Because
Yeah, like that's what
and
I was thinking. Is just
and while I don't think he's made anything with good intentions, well, I didn't used to think. Obviously, he's always had good intentions, even if everything he makes is horrible.
what did you say to your group? Sorry. What?
I said clearly he has good intentions, even if everything he makes is bad. As in, even the ones that are good end up in, oh, the group chaotic
Yeah.
neutral.
Thank you.
Because everything he makes is either
Yeah.
something that will super kill the intended audience, or are living actual creatures that are tortured or were tortured.
Yeah. Also,
So
here's
am I really suggesting we put it in chaotic neutral? Yeah, let's keep going. The factory.
Yeah. This is a more fucked up because a certain part when...
Lawful evil.
Huh?
Lawful evil.
I didn't even read a bit about it first yet. But
You're right. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I might have opinions.
Yeah. The factory, little is known about the factory. Excursions into facilities purported to be operated by them have yielded limited results, and no concrete conclusions have been reached, except that they seem capable of manufacturing anomalous artifacts, and that they use mass production techniques to do so. Yeah. But, also, there are... I think it's like staying within the stories as well as with the O5 Council, briefly talking about it, that no one in O5 Council fully knows what it is. They each have differing opinions on what it is. Like, for one of them thinks it's on the fucking moon. Yeah. Does it have a hub? Oh, it does. Oh
yes.
boy. And GeoC's logo's on here. Oh boy.
Does it literally start with the proposal?
No.
No.
No, that's just a story called One.
Oh, there's also the products. A bunch of products on here. I just like the footnotes and a quote block and a footnote. A footnote within a footnote. I'm sorry.
Factory Hub. I'm gonna click that.
Yeah, that's where we are right now. But I don't think we should read the proposal on stream because of a certain
That's
iffy
probably for the best.
part in it.
We can just redact out the parts that are iffy or slightly alter it. I can read it. I know how to G-rate the things.
Right. Well, we also got information right here. It's a lot.
Isn't the proposal stupid long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it looks like we got a good amount of information here too. Oh my gosh, robber barons! Oh no, the return of the oil baron.
Please fall off a cliff.
All right, I'm kind of interested in reading this. All right. Manufactured Intel. Summary. A collection of recovered intelligence summarizes on the factory each of the separate sources which contradict the others at least partially. Possibly an intentional disinformation campaign. It would have to be by the factory because if it was by anyone else, it likely would have been applied to others. Threat medium. Potentially applies to other things. Interest. Effect would be repurposed by myself to gain time if people get too much information on me. I'd need to infiltrate an outpost to get more information, which would be far more dangerous than a lot of what I've done already. If possible, considering placing an offer, it could lower aggression, but I lose the element of surprise. Problems. Information gathered on other tongues might not be accurate, and I don't know what the source of this anomaly is. See, like I said, even the proposal, it might not be the actual factory.
Oh.
Like, we don't know what it is. Alright, the factory. The factory is a poorly understood entity or group of entities of indeterminate origin stationed primarily in the Midwestern US and several countries with poor labor laws. Oh boy. It's reported to have been founded in 1835 by UTE 0561 Venice Green, whose current location is unknown. Its management is comprised of ostensibly sapient entities which have yet to be satisfactorily described or photographed. Structure. No definite information is available regarding their internal organization at this time. Sorry about that. It is believed that the factory operates loosely corresponding with the similar non-anomalous corporations. Sorry. Resources. The factory appears to be self-funded through the sales of various mass-produced anomalies. Standing orders. Engage as soon as possible. Operatives of the factory are to be considered KTEs, response level 3 by default, 4 if actively aggressive. Alright. Of the robber barons. Wait, before I continue, is robber baron an actual thing?
Yes.
Okay, I was never taught what the fuck they are. I have no idea what they
I
are.
mean, robber
Do you
baron
want us to tell you?
I mean,
commission.
yeah, because I'm kind of curious. I think Hatch is doing it right now.
Robber baron, a person who has become rich through ruthless and unscrupulous business practices, originally with reference to prominent U.S. businessmen in the late 19th century. This basically refers to all billionaires.
Yeah, no wonder why I wasn't taught in school.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure me and Hatchet were taught this in school.
oh no, I wasn't. I wasn't really taught it
Oh.
in school. I'm self-taught on this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I learned from school. That or I learned from my parents at such a young age, I just assumed school. God damn my parents. Wait, am I swearing at them for teaching me history well?
I guess.
Yeah, then again, my school basically in history. This is a little like part of my life. Basically, I remember it clearly. We went like I think a month and a half talking about
Uh,
history. Huh?
is it just me or is Bright cutting off a whole bunch?
Am I?
It's not just you.
I hate Discord. Anyways,
Me too.
like I was saying, uh, basically, in my history class, I think it was ninth grade. We spent a month and a half talking about the history of Christianity. and 3 days for every other religion.
Hmm. How
Yeah,
fun.
that sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Anyways, of the robber barons. Into a new world, the barons creep, and as her workers slowly weep, fuel is drained from limbs and blood. Her vision of this world is stained by mud. Walls built in of this time, the bricks rot of sin and grime. Ow. Alright, the robber barons are believed to be a trans-universal concept which maintains great difficulty in movement between realities. The first recorded appearance of the robber barons was in... The fuck is that?
Wait, what word?
No, I'm not saying it's a word, it's an upside down L.
It's a symbol. Maybe I should copy the symbol and look it up.
I'm so confused. What the fuck is that?
Is that it's not the square root symbol, is it?
No.
No.
I'm looking it up.
Just all of a sudden, just an upside down L.
Oh, it's a Greek letter.
Oh.
Ooh, which one?
Well, actually, never. There we go.
Bow?
Okay. Well, I first have to click on the Greek. Why isn't there anything I can click on that just immediately tells me what it is?
Because the internet
Minus
says fuck you.
AI. There we go.
Ah.
I have it. I got an immediate response after removing the AI from the search. Let me just paste it under the Gengar.
That's Gamma.
Yeah, it's gamma, a lowercase y. Uh, so it's a lowercase letter of gamma.
Huh. So that's what gamma's...
That's the uppercase gamma, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's uppercase.
Alright. Anyways.
Oh, it's uppercase, not lowercase. Lowercase is the y. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Its
Anyways.
shape honestly reminds me of one of those noose things. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. The first recorded appearance of the barons was in Gamma 7382 year 5720 EV, in which the barons manifested as a small restaurant which did not sell food. From Gamma 7382, the barons slowly infected further universes with no known pattern, with the sole exception that expansion takes between 500 to 2000 years. And all known incarnations of our barons appear as a twisted and corrupted amalgamation of recent successful businesses and organizations. The barons are tended to be managed by foremen, who are equally a corrupted amalgamation of business, magnates, and managers. In every incarnation of its form, the barons hire their workers from the local populace, with promises of their needs being taken care of by the company. Her workers are abandoned after submit to the barons and are left to be torn apart by the rusted contraptions without intervention from their superiors. In its present form, the barons rely on outside sources for raw materials, which are assembled by man and machine alike on conveyor belts. Yeah. Recovered subjects display no physical anomalies, though both physical and mental health show signs of significant bodily damage of non-anomalous origin, primarily occurring through smoke inhalation and physical trauma sustained via the factory's various machines. Subjects are kept in the Site 32 hospital, Medical Journal of Heather Michael SCP Foundation. Oh. I'm guessing these are like different versions of the factory. I'm guessing. See? Because that... Maybe? I don't know. I'm confused. I think I'm confusing myself.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Hold on, I gotta pet the Daryl a bunch of times.
I guess that is known locations of what might be a version of the factory.
Yeah.
Make sure that light goes out.
Yeah, anyways. Business Associate 29A83/C56ZT/943ML. Jesus Christ, that name. Associate type supplier. Known locations Liverpool, England. Language British English. Primary associate with Marshall Carter and Dark. Due to location, requires care with all interactions to preserve potential business ventures. Tokyo, Japan. Language Japanese. Current management has installed a dedicated wing for drafting and designing anomalous items for mass production. Attempts to infiltrate this area have, insofar, been unsuccessful. Of course Marshall Carter Dark wants to steal factory shit. Massachusetts, USA, American English. Largely defunct following the events of November 13th, 1950. Recently resumed operation along with at least 5 other locations. Ohio, USA, American English. Locations in Ohio proportionately focus on the packaging and shipping of items. Longyan PRC, language simplified Chinese. Current primary supplier of 24C5R/ED648/763NV glittering salmon. What? So they just have this fish with glitter? What? How do you feel about that, Hatchet?
What's wrong with fish with glitter?
Probably all the microplastics.
Yeah.
Well, what if it's not microplastic? There are glitters that are not microplastic.
Yeah.
In fact, there's edible glitter which has 0 plastic. Although I really hope it's not covered in edible glitter because that would suggest people would want to eat the fish.
I mean, it's a salmon.
Yeah. I just started imagining like this bear that you just see this bear's face covered with glitter because they're just eating the salmon.
Oh no. I've heard edible glitter gets everywhere. Like normal glitter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyways, alright, production. Items are manufactured via an alchemic molecular printer, which is fueled primarily through the dismembered limbs of workers. Jesus! Workers have been known to autonomously add prosthetic replacements to replace lost body parts. Planned ventures, modified 24C5R/ED648/763NV glittering salmon. Items will be sold to the workers of the factory for the purposes of reducing pain caused by injuries sustained during employment. Marshall Carter and Dark, LLP. What? I am so confused.
I am also confused.
I don't know. Do we need to look at an SCP or?
I'm not even sure where this would go because I understand less and less what the fucking factory is.
Yeah, each person has their own idea of it. Where do we put this?
I think we might need to read the proposal, considering what you just read was a lot of information, but was also no information at all. That's what it felt like to me. Does that make sense? It was a lot and nothing, all at the same time.
But what I am seeing, like with each one, they seem like each description of the factory seems like they're fucked up.
I think. let's go off of the assumption
Yeah.
that the factory is acting as a capitalistic organization that has no restrictions placed upon it because it's anomalous,
Mm-hmm.
and thus goes through any and all means to achieve profit.
Yeah.
Neutral evil.
I think I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Thank
Also,
you
it's
for
food
putting it that
choking.
way. I think it was pretty easy to get confused there.
Yeah.
The fifth church.
Yep.
This church is to other churches what the clowns are to the people. What? There are some superficial similarities, but all the wrong things can be empathized. God damn it. Empathize. No. Empathized. Empath. Close enough. And exaggerated so you can't quite put your finger on what is wrong. Sure, it isn't out to get you, but what does it mean? Why is it there? What happens if it calls to you? Dr. Redacted. That doesn't sound friendly. The Fifth Church, also known as the Church of the Fifthism or the the Fifthist Fellowship, is a highly secretive religious organization which possesses ties throughout the entertainment industry. This is probably going to be an evil group. Sorry.
Yeah.
Despite repeated investigations accumulating in the 2007 nationwide sting known as Operation Stargazer, and no further details regarding its doctrines, its practices, its numbers of members, or its goals have been confirmed. Although a watch list is maintained of 100 confirmed and suspected Fifthist celebrities and other prominent personalities, its origins have been placed in varying points of the mid 20th century and various locations in North America and Asia, but some sources have dated it to centuries earlier. The Fifthist Church has never communicated directly with the SCP Foundation, but is to be considered a hostile force. To see documents tagged with Fifthist, click here.
I just clicked the hub instead.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh!
Yeah. Before we
You and
start
me
with the hub,
take a
I
trip
have to go to the
across.
bathroom, so I'll be
Oh.
back.
I guess I'll read that when she gets back.
I'll be back. Daryl have control of stream.
You and me should take a trip across the galaxy and feel the breaking waves of our own energy, and everything will come together slowly, quietly. Why does that sound like a song?
Also, Bright said Daryl has control of stream, but slight problem. Daryl's not seen by the stream.
Yeah, as soon as she put "Be Right Back" up, Daryl got banned from the screen.
Yeah, that's alright. They can't see us either, they just hear us.
Also, I'm guessing Spood in the background, alright?
Oh no, I think
Spood's-
it was on my end. I think that's my grandma coughing.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
that's on your
it
end.
probably is because Spood is downstairs.
I've been trying to keep my mic muted so that it doesn't catch that or my sneezing when I sneeze.
We need the sneeze ASMR.
Gross. That's actually just gross. Anywho's, we're supposed to have blizzard fucking conditions starting tonight.
We were supposed to have a blizzard come through, but it just rained and thundered.
Yeah, the thing is, it's gonna get cold enough for snow, but it's not gonna stay cold enough for snow.
Penis dog water.
Jesus
Jesus
Christ,
fuck.
Bright, shut your face.
An inappropriate woman has approached us.
Yes.
I would like to petition the removal of Bright's tongue.
No, she needs it.
I can't agree with that one.
Anyway, the thing that Bright missed, you and me should take a trip across the galaxy and feel the breaking waves of our own energy, and everything will come together slowly, quietly. Man, reading that makes me think of the So Happy Together song.
That's because you're saying it to the So Happy Together
Well,
song's
if
fucking
you read
melody.
it, the tune goes with the words, and I don't know why.
It was probably written to go with that.
I hate it, and I also love it. It's weirdly addictive to read. I hate it, but it's oh no, did they do that on purpose?
I like how there's like
It's-
smoke signals.
It's probably on purpose. I am now going to look up those lyrics and count the syllables. If
Oh
the
my gosh.
syllables match, I'm gonna.
Are you
Yeah.
okay?
Apparently, smoke signals is SCPs.
Jesus Christ.
You and me should take a trip across the galaxy and feel the breaking waves of our own energy, and everything will come together slowly, quietly.
Jerry discovers an earworm.
I have discovered an earworm, and it will not leave my soul.
Yes. Anyways,
Of course, it's the fucking like celebrity one. The entertainment industry puts a music thing in my ear.
I saw the last paragraph and I can't stop laughing.
You can read it.
Okay, I definitely want to read this one. Hey there, fella. Glad you stopped by. I mean, you'll do better than nothing. No, really, come on in. We ain't kooks. You might ask me why you're here. Well, that's because you're part of the Fifth Church. You were drawn here a long time ago. As a matter of fact, you didn't have much say in the matter. You can always say it's something like fate, predestination, or maybe retro causality, because it's backwards like that. No one knows. Who knows? Maybe it's forwards too. Not a religious type, you say. Oh, well, that's fine. We ain't into praying and all that either. A lot of us here are backsliders. Church is just one of them words people throw around. Fifth church, fifth collective, fifth book publishing, fifth psychedelic surf rock, fifth lip balm, etc. It's fifth, that's all that matters. What does fiftism mean? Well, that's not a name my congregation came up with. A while back, there was a bunch of new agey hip types who went and published a book. Yanks called themselves the Fifth Church, and that name stuck. But the most likely cause is that there are always 5 manifestations of Fiftism. Always. There's usually a cult up north, out west, and well, yours truly. I never heard of no commie Fifthist or nothing. There's even been Fiftism all throughout time. Think of the Fifthist protozoans. Think of the Fifthist suns. Hearken to creation and concept of a universe. What makes them Fifthist? Patterns, signals, magic. The impossible, a Fifthist concept will slowly transcend reality. When that concept blossoms, it falls like ripened fruit. Brother, oh, to be consumed and shat by the Lord growing hands himself. It becomes reality. We see the fifth world, brother, and we too shall fall, like the ekpriotic house before us, and be shat as they were. Eventually, us southern fifths have been around for years. Maybe someone's keeping us from blowing downwind. Hate to be paranoid, hate to think something out there was scared of the last Southern Fifths after they done came to term. But enough with all that morbid talk about dying and different other universally forces in nature. The top secret para-government organizations, yeah, we know about you. We're getting real tired of your shit. We're still alive, so to hell with you. To hell with this fifism, and talk about fifism. We've got money to raise. Get out of my face. Join me in outer space. Roll that frog footage. Light those candles. Send check or money order to World 390 so that our corpses may... Huh?
You're cutting out a bunch.
God damn it!
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of Discord's bullshit.
We all are, but it's the only reliable, like, messenger that has
Alright.
voice chat.
I'll reread the bottom one then.
It is time for us to move our server to Skype.
Anyways, but enough with all this morbid talk about dying and different other universally forces of nature and top secret para-government organizations. Yeah, we know all about you. We're getting real tired of your shit. We're still alive. So the hell with you. The hell with this fifism and talk about fifism. We've got money to raise. Get out of my face. Join me in outer space. Roll that frog footage. Light those candles. Send check or money order to World 390 so that our corpses may bloat and explode. And from that heaping viscera, we will rise again as pungent fumes.
That's viscera.
Oh, viscera. But what the hell is this?
So that was a whole thing that we just listened to.
Oh, this is the stories. Stories right there. Other stories and SCPs. There's a lot.
Helios, did you find anything out on if they did it on purpose? Where do you go when you click the You and Me link?
What?
You and me take a trip across the galaxy. Feel the waves of our energy.
We can hear it.
What?
Oh.
What the fuck is going on?
Well, you see the You and Me part at the very top? Right click it.
Alright, so I will
Click
play
You and
it.
Me.
I'll play it. I just hope that I don't get false copyright struck.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You and me should take a trip across the galaxy and feel the waves of our own energy. Everything will come together slowly, quietly. You and me will float through eternity. We'll stay up all night and wonder about where we've been and where we'll go, what we've seen and what we'll know, guided by the lights above us. So you and me, vessels on an open sea. You and me, I wanna be there with you to see it all within you, becoming a part of everything. You and me have seen the planets dancing around merrily. I dreamt about those far-off things that cannot help but make us sing about the beauty of the skies and how we want to live our lives. You and me will finish our time here one day eventually, and when we're gone they'll look up here, see us grinning ear to ear. They'll follow us to heaven's arms, so infinitely greater, something that surpasses all our hopes and dreams. You and me, vessels on an open sea. You and me, I wanna be there with you to see it all within you, becoming a part of everything. this is just a passing thought. I've dreamt about it ever since the day you came and caught my heart. I'll give you this eternity and keep it by your side, so I can be there with you when you lay down and die. But don't weep for me, darling, there's nothing left to fear. I'm out here dancing with the stars, and soon you'll be here too. You and me, vessels on an open sea. You and me, I wanna be there with you to see it all within you, becoming a part of everything. You and me, vessels on an open sea. You and me, I wanna be there with you to see it all within you, becoming a part of everything.
Oh, Book, that's the thing. This is SCP stuff. This can't be copyrighted.
Yeah, this is literally Creative Commons. Also, I feel like with how catchy that song was and what we know about the group already, I feel like we can't really put them in neutral because that was so fucking catchy.
What?
Like,
I don't think we get much information except that they're not really a church.
Okay, let's continue reading. Maybe I'm judging them wrong.
I mean,
I felt like in that song they could probably like get you to dance yourself to hell. Damn. Ah!
celebration of Big Cheese Horus.
I did not need to come back to this.
Who
I
wants...
left for 5 minutes to take medicine and came back to this.
Yeah, this is about the Southern Fifthist. So who wants to read SCP 1982?
I'm starting to feel hungry.
Bookworm, read SCP 1982.
yeah, that's helpful.
I'll read it.
Yeah, I'm not feeling up to reading anything right now.
That's fair.
Item number SCP 1982, object class safe. Description: 1982 is a church in Blairsville, Georgia, covered in a fumigation tent. Public records show the building has been condemned for 19 years and was previously the location of the first Southern Fifth Church of Georgia. Inspection of the interior reveals the area to be empty, save for 10 rows of pew, a large wood burning furnace, and an altar. SCP 1982 exhibits no anomalous properties for the majority of the year. The SCP's notable effects at most times only present themselves in the appearance of -1. If 1982-1 appears on August 23rd, if -1 appears on a date other than August 23rd, no effects can be observed. Noise and vocalizations can be heard from inside 1982 at random intervals throughout the year, though the sound is extremely muffled and only audible when in close proximity. It is the consensus of those presiding over 1982's containment that the dominant sound is a male voice with heavy lisp shouting. Multiple other human voices can be heard, usually repeating parts of phrases spoken by the main speaker. All noise emitted from SCP-1982 ceases 2 seconds before a human, individual, animal, recording device, or artificial entity enters or views the interior. Attempts to record this noise have failed in all instances. When a specific humanoid entity enters the vicinity of 1982 on August 23rd, an entity identified as Celebration Big Cheese Horus will exit SCP-1982 to greet the individual, -1, and invite them into SCP-1982. -1 has been limited to residents of Georgia and outlying states noted to have significant wealth and fame. Instances of -1 do not return from SCP-1982 once they have entered. On average, one unique entity approaches 1982 every 2 years. -1 does not appear to have any compulsion to travel to or enter the vicinity of 1982 and will only enter after being invited in. Appearance of -1 near 1982 is always coincidental. Allowance of -1 to enter 1982 is subject to current testing protocol and site director approval. Interview log. Observation on August 23rd, 1975. Individual heading towards SCP-1982 is intercepted and held with Foundation agents until interview is complete. A man's head sticks out of 1982. It looks like researcher Ortega and frowns. It looks at researcher Ortega and frowns. Singing vocalizations from multiple entities appear to be coming from a pipe in the entity's mouth, referred to in this log as SCP-1982-A. The entity itself does not speak and makes abnormal facial expressions through the course of the interview. -A. You ain't redacted. Who is speaking now? The congregation speaks. Who is this man I'm looking at right now? That's the cheese himself. Big man. Reverend Archin Celebration Big Cheese Horus. Huff, puff, fire, firecracker Horus. May we enter the area? What's the answer, belly dancer? Wailing. Wait, so is it more like, what's the answer, belly dancer? This feels stupid. The entity squints its eyes, tilts its head left and right, looking at present researchers, then slowly closes its eyes and shakes its head. So I only called it stupid because they seem so serious. While saying something so stupid. Only round souls. Squares don't fit in this hole. That sounded suggestive. The entity raises its eyebrows, smiles with wide mouth open, and slowly draws its head back into the tent. Researcher Ortega attempts to enter SCP-1982 with -1 shortly after the interview and found the area to be empty. After exiting, -A reappeared and verbally berated Researcher Ortega, stating that they could do this all day. After 5 hours, -1 was allowed in SCP-1982 alone. God damn. Excerpts from Georgia 1598 AM. This radio signal is broadcast for 2 minutes each year on August 23rd in the radius of 2 kilometers. 1966. We got talent coming, brother and sister. Fresh talent. 2 shoes redacted bigums. The one from the radio, sweet tones and sweet smell, I'd like to think. Sandy, won't you go on and roll that footage with the dancing frog now? 1977. We have turned away the mound of fifth meat, all steam strewn together like Thanksgiving waste bin. Dr. Velvet redacted summer tones, the spirit itself is in. The building! Brothers, I'm going to have to ask you to grace us immediately with your vibrations. Baby, if we can stay together. Cheering. Now you must enter the wizard drum of divine light. Now hear me, brothers, like morning grass after a cut of in the summer. You gotta waft in there. Can't be like no 2-footin' of northern fifth or bargaining in like he found $1. No, gotta slink in real smooth like a smell and understand now, brothers. You gotta destroy the body, break it down. That's what them northerners don't understand. 1988. Not all y'all are just about ready to breathe. I mean, not all you even can. What, Jeff? Ha! You think you can as much as pungency as redacted? Come on now, sit down. Go ahead and sit down, son. No one want you stinking up their kitchen. 1998. Hold on now, we got a visitor outside. Who could it be? Sounds of murmuring, followed by dominant voice shouting and cursing. This is the talent of 98 friends. Fucking clockatude, two shoes, and no money having fucking dancing parrot. Someone get me some Peter Hayden, or am I going to blow you all to hell like a divine flatulent. What? Divine flatulent? What? You know what? I'm not going to question it. This is all fucking weird. The hell we going to get out a fucking parrot? A righteous thank you to our friends in the meat hole outside, I declare. 2001. Where the hell is everyone, huh? Roll that frog footage, Sandy! 2002. You enter this disgusting substitute for the star we were brought down here for. Glowing hands, the Lord there himself ain't smiling about it, but hell, we don't got much to work with. Then again, we don't got stank and smoke like the Northern Fivers now, do we? You enter now, brother, chatters the 4-footer squirrel himself. Smoke is freedom, brother. Cleanse that spirit, and we shall have a short break after that incineration. Yeah, that's what it says. Y'all can take a quick piss now, or what have you. I need a drink. 2008. Gifts are available if you want something to bring home. Hell, this old bag of Peter Hayden himself tobacco's waiting for your pipe. Or doobie for you hip taps. That is not hip anymore. Go on and buy it now. We can't keep this show going on. What's that, Jimmy? Fumes! Huh! I'm telling you, fumes, he says. Can't keep it on fumes. People, next year and every year till 3 redacted. We will show you that the World 390 broadcast star is not a dying star, not a fading signal. No way, we have not reached our goal donation, but we have reached each other's hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting sentimental and I think I need to light up some of this Richard Smith before I cry.
What the fuck?
It's like my attempt of many voices.
No, just this.
I know it's weird, but from what I'm getting, I think this is a cult that believes in music, and the only way to burn the brightest is to die.
Yeah, they're crappy at their job. Is that what you're getting out of it too, Hatchet?
Well, they may be bad at their job, but let's face it, if they're telling everyone to go die, then it's probably not a good group. But yes, they're bad at it.
Hatchet, you here?
Goddamn muted fucking microphone. Fucking.
You
Oh my
okay?
god.
I will be honest. I don't think I actually processed like 95% of the information put
It
forward.
was a lot of singing about music and loving music and drugs and dying.
Yeah.
And only those who are talented get to die. Everyone else smells bad if they die. You can't turn into good fumes if you're not talented.
Okay.
Apparently, if you aren't talented and you die, you'll smell bad.
Yeah, so where do we put this?
I still think this is a bad group because they're literally saying you'll smell bad if you try to kill yourself unless you're talented.
Yeah.
But you want to die and you want to be talented. Neutral evil?
What do you think, Hatchet? I kind of can
I
see
don't-
that. Huh?
I don't know.
Was it so weird that it
On
just burned your brain?
like on the scale of what we have in evil, this feels so benign.
Well, yeah, but think of this. Just because they're bad at it doesn't mean they're not bad.
Yeah.
Should we put it in neutral just because they're so bad at it?
I would be thinking chaotic neutral.
We have so many in chaotic neutral.
I don't think it's chaotic neutral because they're not really a chaotic group. They're actually pretty, like, by the books in their own way. Am I
Okay,
saying
then.
lawful evil? God damn it.
Oh wait, lawful evil?
Yeah, because they are technically following their own rules and do it very well. Even if I don't like the rules, even if the rules are evil.
Well, you see, that's the thing. Like, I don't like on the scale of the amount of harm done. This is a complete nothing burger.
Well, I don't think this judgment is about how much harm it does, although that is part of the judgment. Another one is how bad the group is. Like, does it matter how much it's accomplished if it's literally telling people to go kill themselves?
I I mean, I would argue yes.
Yeah.
Okay, should it go in neutral because it's not successful at killing people?
And like when I'm trying to think about this, like what I'm thinking of is like balancing out how much harm and like how bad any given thing is. Like think about the SCP Foundation. The stuff that the SCP Foundation has done is way worse than anything this group has done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we put it in lawful neutral because they just do so much bad but also do so much good that they just end up somewhere in the middle. Right. With
Okay. Fair enough. Can if we look at it that way, I guess it's true neutral.
I would say true neutral.
Alright, here's.
Morality question.
Yeah.
Aderna in chat says neutral evil.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say the next one is pretty much a favorite to most people.
I agree with Aderna's saying of neutral evil, but it already got put in true neutral.
I mean, it can be changed.
Yeah, it can be changed. You can go back.
Aderna still
just-
says neutral evil.
I guess like if y'all want to put it in neutral evil, I won't complain much.
I
I'm
will
just
admit
like-
it probably goes in true neutral because it hasn't really succeeded in killing that many people, if anyone.
Yeah.
And even if it's evil, it hasn't really succeeded in it. kind of
it's
like an angry cat.
Yeah, like imagine I put together a cult, right? And said cult is based on the idea of going out and causing as much harm to our neighbors, like our direct neighbors, as possible. But the only thing my group has managed to do thus far is stub our own toes. Like, where do you put that group?
Yeah. Anyways, here's where it might get a bit difficult. All right, Gamers Against Weed. Gamers Against Weed is a loosely organized confederation of anomalous individuals, as well as associates thereof, that produce or procure anomalies for satirical purposes and or for their own amusement.
Aderna says it would still be evil, just an unsuccessful evil.
Well, it's so unsuccessful that it's basically benign.
Yeah. Yeah.
I shouldn't insult them like that, but I'm not taking it back.
That's fair.
I'm gonna say you should insult them like that.
I should insult the Fifthist Church for being so unsuccessful.
And I guess on top of that, like like in comparison to like incompetent evil.
We could add that. Why not?
Yeah, okay, we need to add like we hereby are going to put a new section in the classic D&D thing. There's also incompetent good, incompetent neutral, and incompetent evil.
God.
Let's add them right now. Why not?
Alright. Hold on.
I feel like it does belong in incompetent evil because it's not really. It doesn't have neutral intentions, but it's so bad at being evil. It's just not evil.
And like even then, in terms of like how evil it is compared to other things, it's a nothing burger.
Yeah.
We want people within our group to KMS is like barely evil when you compare it to say the Davites.
I put incompetent God.
Incompetent god. You're just throwing shade at Loki. Also,
Yeah, they
thematic.
belong there. They belong there.
Oh shit, I did not mean to do that.
What'd you do?
Oh wait, no, that's bad color. There we go. Make all the incompetence a poor color.
You know what? That's a valid color choice for the incompetence.
And I would suggest putting the incompetence like between neutral and chaotic on each one.
Alright.
For like aesthetic purposes, because like I don't want this thing to be at the very bottom of the tier.
Alright, there we go.
Okay, yeah.
We went against the D&D thing and added something new.
I think this is a useful addition. The question is, should we go back and reclassify anything?
Probably
Maybe.
not.
First, let's move. Yeah, you already moved that to incompetent evil.
Yeah.
I think there's one group I don't quite remember that we kind of incompetent but didn't move it anywhere much. Not that group. Going for the lawful good. No, that one was using. It wasn't.
What's it? Oh, the Church of the Broken God, because they want to do good, but
Okay,
yeah.
should we put them as incompetent good or incompetent neutral? Incompetent neutral, yeah.
I would say incompetent good because they mean to be doing good, but they're
Okay,
gonna
that's
cause
true.
bad
Incompetent
shit.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. The second you said like they're incompetent or they're trying to do something, I was like, oh yeah, the Church of the Broken God.
Throwing shade.
It's like you tried your best sticker put on their group.
Yeah, anyways, let me reread this now. I'm gonna do editing later. Anyways. Gamers Against Weed is a loosely organized confederation of anomalous individuals, as well as associates thereof, that produce or procure anomalies for satirical purposes and or for their own amusement. More recently, however, they have also been implicated in supplying anomalies to left-wing political organizations.
Based?
While Gamers Against Weed organizes its activities primarily over internet channels, several real-world locations associated with the group have been identified and raided. Current intelligence suggests that Gamers Against Weed is in the process of creating and distributing a set of anomalous humanoids to parody Dr. Wonder Demon's Little Mister series, and that it is aware of Foundation's operations, if not its exact nature. The attainment of Gamer Against Weed's members has proven more difficult than anticipated. Some of the group's organizers are believed to possess reality-altering capabilities, either in their own right or through access to outside resources. Current operations are focused on the containment of related anomalies and the identification and analysis of Gamers Against Weed's most dangerous members. Oh my god.
When I see this group or hear about them, I always think, are they sure they're against weed?
I don't think they are. I think they just choose the name because it's funny.
I think they
Gamers,
all probably toke a bit.
gamers for the copious consumption of weed.
Yeah.
But that doesn't come along quite as well as GAW.
Who would like to read the GAW hub?
Hey, got a second? There's this thing me and some other people do in another channel, Gamers Against Weed. The name is ironic. Anyway, if you're interested, I can get you an invite. Wait, what am I thinking? I should probably tell you what it is first. I did my best donor voice.
Oh my god.
Hey, I've hung out with a lot of hippies, and I don't remember a single one of them being non-cannabis.
No, I'm just seeing the pictures. It's just amazing.
See, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be reading, but I'm also sorting out something in my computer.
Okay,
I like
I'll read more of it. Gamers Against Weed Kevin. Are you just mad because you're angry? Just some regular folks having a good time with their friends. Gay! SCP Foundation, a loosely organized network of anomalous individuals that produce anomalies of their own amusement and or satirical purposes. The group organizes against exclusively and the group organizes almost exclusively over the internet and has 40 members. Gamers Against Weed originated as a splinter of Are We Cool Yet in 2013 that appears to have largely abandoned the creation of anomalous art. While several GAW produced anomalies pose serious threats to secrecy, the threat to human life has been minimal. The group is composed of primarily of dispossessed or otherwise marginalized individuals aged 15 to 30 in the Western Hemisphere, although associated groups are found worldwide, possessing a variety of anomalous properties. The group is aware of the Foundation's activity but lacks the ability to locate or directly target the Foundation. We do magical jokes and pranks and shit. Formed in 1969, Gamers Against Weed is on the front line of the eternal war between gamers and the stoners. With over 9,000 troops, we have participated in numerous raids in Alganja and graduated top of our class in the Nintendo Seals of Quality. Does that mean I should not make them all sound like stoners?
Maybe.
No, they're still all stoners.
Pretty cool, guys. Hey, fight boredom and only afraid of a few things.
Whom?
A bunch of trolls, basically, except the superpowers. Global Occult Coalition, a collective dedicated to the production of humorous and occasionally subversive material. No means of directly contacting Gamers Against Weed have been identified, and it's unclear whether they are unaware of the GOC or are simply uninterested. Their behavior thus far have been difficult to predict.
Next is Gay Cop MP4.
Me loving fucks? Serpent's Hand, a group of merrymakers immersed in anomalous internet subcultures. We wish them well, but they will have to fight their own battles. It's something to bring a little light in.
You good, Jerry? You got cut off.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's
something to bring a little light in the world without anyone getting hurt. Did that come clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is MCD a group or is it a person?
That's Marshall Carter and Dark.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I think these are all
shit.
groups.
I don't think all of them, because I don't.
Well, for the most part.
Yeah, Gay Cop MP4. I don't think that's a group.
Okay. Unlikely to become aware or have any noticeable impact on Marshall Carter and Dark activities. Events that they become problematic, arrange to acquire key members or hire them as consultants. Armpit, the new world's largest PewDiePie fan club. Oh. Wondertainment, Little Misters is the intellectual property of Dr. Wondertainment. Lesbian Gengar. Nice try, officer. Also, I didn't know I could make such a variety of voices. But now I know I can only do for all stoners.
Oh my
Anyway.
god. On one of the completed works, a cop list, apocalypse, but instead of that, it's a cop list.
Should we click that?
Apocalypse. Yeah, let's click on Apocalypse.
How long is
Should I
it?
read it like a stoner?
Oh, it is short.
Oh god, it's kind of blah.
Once again, should I read it like a stoner?
Yeah. Unless Hatchet wants to read it.
Agent Chow of the initiative reporting.
Oh, Three Moons Initiative.
Yeah,
Oh!
What's the Three Moons Initiative again?
It's a group of interest.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, so this is the Three Moons Initiative reporting on.
Okay, the
something.
no toker voice.
Yeah, and right after is the Black Queen.
Oh my.
So 2 groups already.
Okay. Maybe we should click on something else. What SCP should we click?
Oh my gosh. I want to read this because I find this funny for some reason. My universe definitely isn't too tough of a spot yet, especially compared to Black Queen walkings. But, well, I miss my dad.
Everything could be worse. But I miss my father.
Oh. Oh. Trying to see if there was a first generation Gamers Against Weed. Nope.
I don't think there is. Honestly, like, even if, like, I gotta say, I feel like there's nothing that could be in any of the SCPs that
Oh,
could change its ranking for me.
Mr. Bernie Sanders.
Oh.
Mr. Sex Number.
Mr. Literal Serial Killer?
Mr. Get anything for free at any shop.
Mr. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Mr. Ominous discontinued.
Mr. Top Text and Mr. Bottom Text.
Mr. Finale does not have a number. Mr. Playing Games is bad for your health. In the Japanese branch, Mr. comes from China.
Mr. Taxes. Mr. Uncensored.
Mr. Proof.
I kind of want to read Mr. Uncensored.
Chinese branch, Mr. Full Combo.
Wait, German branch, Mrs. I am having the fun of my entire life.
Footnote 4. The title given here is not the official MAW title.
What the fuck?
What is this? Oh my gosh, stories. Jude's Bizarre Adventure. My god, I can't. Mr.
Phantom Blunt.
He killed his child. Alright, hold on, Chewie. Which one does she want to read? I'm sorry. I can't stop laughing.
I want to read the Mr. Uncensored.
Where's that one? It's
The Japanese
The
branch.
Japanese branch.
Mr. Uncensored. Okay.
Okay.
And it's in Japanese.
Oh, don't worry. I already pressed the Google Translate.
Fuck, how'd I do that?
I don't know. It just auto gave me the option, and then it auto translated. It didn't do that before, but fuck Google, right? Okay.
Right, do you have Google Chrome?
I do, but I'm using Opera at the moment.
Oh yeah, I know that. Oh wait, do you have that extension up the top?
Okay. Description. SCP 1014 is a Japanese male in his 20s at the time of writing. On the upper part of his right thigh is a tattoo that reads Mr. Uncensored by Gamers Against Weed. The singularity is the censorship expressed by the object. This includes mosaics, blackouts, and edits made to hide specific areas. The object's unique feature is that it can arbitrarily alter the contents of images. The affected areas are altered different from the content before the censorship. The alteration is done in a way that does not look strange compared to the other areas. It is also believed that the content of the alteration is strongly influenced by the memory at the time the object manifests its anomalous properties. This anomalous property applies to all identical images, videos, including those that have not been censored. So he modifies things?
I guess.
The SCP was discovered by a Foundation web crawler when it was posting images that it had altered using its anomalous properties as well as messages about altering the content of television programs on social media sites. Most of the images that the SCP had altered using its abilities and posted on social media sites depicted people committing minor crimes or ethnically questionable acts, and most of the altered content was people that the object felt dislike for some reason. The Foundation's containment team was able to identify their IP address and contain it. The posts in question were deleted, and the altered content that had spread it to the public was covered by disseminating the cover story of malicious photoshopped images to conceal the anomaly of SCP-1014. Following is an interview with SCP-1014. The interview was conducted by Dr. Masuda. Let's begin the interview then. SCP-1014. Ah, yes. First, please tell me as much of your memories as you can. Well, I think it was around winter last year. It was in November. I woke up in a stranger's house. No, I didn't know who I was. I was wandering around the room for a bit when I saw a foreigner who was about my age. Then he showed me a picture. What kind of images were they? Well, it's a little hard to put into words, but it was that kind of thing. I'm sorry, but could you please explain in more detail? Silence for a while. Basically, it's adult material. Erotica. The faces of the people in it are hidden. They're mosaicked. So this guy asked me to remove the mosaic. Well, I'm not really interested in that sort of thing, or anything, but I tried anyway. Well, I just wish for it to disappear. Then the person it turned out to be the man in front of me. Yes. I was surprised too. But how should I put it? That person looked a bit uncomfortable, and he left me and went off somewhere. Do you remember any characteristics of that person? I know she was of European descent, but I didn't know much more than that. She was a blonde. I see. How did you live your life after that? That's true. I was able to live quite a while with what I had at home. I'm grateful for that. Wait, were they newborn as someone in 30s?
Maybe.
That's depressing. Okay. You used your powers to post altered images on social networking sites. I'd like to ask you about that. Oh, you mean the one on Twitter? Well, I was looking at it in my timeline. The original photo I tweeted started circulating. You see, the one that was in the refrigerator at the convenience store. There was a sticker on the photo. I don't know if it was a function of Twitter or some other app, but it was like a stamp or something like that. It covered her face. So I thought I'd use my powers to help her. I see. So I did it, and all of them were people I didn't like. No, this isn't a good thing, but honestly, it made me feel good. I thought, these guys are so stupid. The perpetrators of the crime in the news were people I knew, people I didn't like. I actually laughed and showed my acquaintances that I thought the ones who removed the mosaic, that I was the one who removed the mosaic on the news. It was well received. So it was simply for the purpose of standout. No, I tweeted because I wanted to stand out, but there was a reason why I removed the mosaic. I wanted to show the truth to the world in my own way. Well, maybe I'd want to stand out too. Yeah. I see. Well, there's one thing I've been wondering about for a while now. Huh? Okay. Could you please explain your abilities? That means you can remove mosaics and stuff like that. What would the content look like after the censorship is removed? It I think it's same as before the Mosaics were put on. I see. It may come as a shock to you, but I have something to tell you. What is it? Your ability is not just the ability to remove censorship. The content of the images and videos after the censorship is removed is different from the actual content. So, I was saying stuff like, someone who had nothing to do with this did something bad, something like that. Does this mean I can be sued? Or other, what am I being made to do here? No, there will be some restrictions, but your life will be guaranteed as long as you are cooperative. At least you won't be punished in any way. I see. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Really. Can I ask you one thing? I wonder, can I use Twitter here? Unfortunately.
Oh my god.
What?
The document under it.
Okay. As a result of investigating content of the interview, several images believed to be those mentioned by 1014 were found on the internet. The discovered images were cover stories were spread. Furthermore, all similar images found had the following text collaged over the female face and the images. Holy heck! You just found your very own Gamers Against Weed, Mr. Uncensored! It's the girl's arch enemy whose identity is revealed. Who is Dr. Wondertainment? Find them all and become Mr. Gamer! Man, Wondertainment must hate Gamers Against Weed.
Mr. Neglect, Mr. Lucky Number, Mr. China, Mr. Devilish Girl, Mr. Tax, Mr. Ah, Mr. Fake Marriage,
Are
Mr.
they just chaotic neutral? Is that what Gamers Against Weed is?
Mr.
Just
Too Much,
neutral?
Mr. Too Much Respect, and Mr. Too Not Much Respect.
I was gonna say it should go in chaotic good.
Okay, yeah, they aren't hurting anyone, and they're probably cheering at least a few people up.
Well, the main thing I remember is them supplying some anomalies to some leftist orgs.
Oh, you're right.
That's some good shit.
Okay. Chaotic good?
Yeah, I'd say chaotic good.
Sorry, I'm way too happy about that.
Oh no.
And now we're
What?
waiting for Bright to make new.
What happened, Bright?
You'll see. Who's next?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh. Great.
Well, how about we do that next week? Right now, let's move Gamers Against Weed and Chaotic Good.
Oh, I did. It showed on the
Yeah,
stream.
well, we couldn't see it.
Yeah,
We could
sorry.
not see. You closed it.
I forgot I had the Japanese one up when I translated it. So you want to stop it here?
I would like to because I want to eat a little more. I want to do laundry again.
I'm feeling pretty worn out.
Yeah, all the groups we covered today were not as many as the last week, but they were mentally draining. Oh, Bookworm said we went for a good 3.5 hours.
Yeah, we've been doing this for a while.
Oh, apparently some Nazi scientists went to the GOC.
That's not surprising. They kind of was scattered to the wind.
Agents of the GOC are to be treated with suspicion. So Lawful Evil's his book. We need to read more. We'll read more next week. So did everyone like the surprise of Daryl?
We love Daryl.
I love Daryl.
Oh, he laughs if I pet him a lot.
What?
Yeah, he apparently laughed.
God damn, but we can't see him when you're on the ending soon screen.
Yeah, but he has a human laugh, so that means he ate someone. It sounds so weird.
I want to see Daryl laugh.
We'll just assume that he ate, like, a neo-Nazi or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, I want to see who to raid. I want to try and raid a new person each time.
I was gonna say, you could raid Dren, Hadamata.
Good night, Bright. Good night, Hatchet. Good night,
Good night.
Bookworm. Good night,
Good night,
Helio.
Jerry. I was gonna say, night, Jerry.
Oh, I thought I...
Yeah, I'd say raid Dren.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright. Oh, goddamn it, I can't even type in Jen's chat because Daryl's in the way. Daryl, how dare you?
Well, move Daryl out of the way.
Oh my gosh, this is adorable.
What?
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can show it on stream. No! God damn it, Daryl! You son of a bitch! He was moving! Second.
I briefly saw him moving around.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes. It just went off
There
screen on stream. And there he goes. Oh, that means Jerry missed that.
Oh. They'll live.
You know what? I think I know what I'm gonna do. Let's go to field guide. Yeah, the last GOI group that we're gonna look at is YWTGTHFT, which either is you will totally go to hell for this, or yeah, we're totally gonna go into hell for this.
Oh.
That's the organization.
What a fun organization.
That's the raid words. We're just gonna do the acronym.
It's just no context?
No context. No context.
Like, comment, subscribe and follow Bright for more knowledge of unhinged SCP groups. Give her money if you think Daryl is love, Daryl is life, or if you hate the GOC.
Wait.
Fuck the GOC.
Oh my god, for a second our Discord showed me Jiri was still in VC. Does Apollo have any last words?
Wool? They might have stepped away.
Yeah. What's your last words, Hatchet?
My last words are chickens are very good. You pet the chickens. That is all.
Bookworm does the group's name and does in parentheses. I'm sorry, Brooms, use these words. Anyways, fuck.
Bright says I meant what does it mean? Yeah, we're totally going to hell for this. Is what that acronym means.
Or you will totally go to hell for this.
Yeah.
It could mean either of them. Yeah. Yeah, anyways, Danger News, I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you guys next time tomorrow, where I will do the DLC and invalid user. Wait, what? Oh, I misspelled it.
Idiot.
Anyways, Danger Noodles. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time for your next mission. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, where I will do the DLC for Lost in Vivo, as well as other stuff within it. A really good horror game that's only $5. It's really fun. And I hope to see you guys next time. And penis ball torture.
Oh.